Hey everyone, it's Dusty Boy. There is a lot that goes into modding, so we're going to try and make this very short, very simple, and sweet. We may go into a more in-depth tutorial in the future, but we're going to try and keep it simple. This is simple. This is the simple tutorial. Now, keep in mind, I do like to bring this up every time I do a tutorial like this that involves building around mods. It's important to remember that play styles play a huge role in how efficient the mod build will work for you. So one thing that may work with somebody else might not work for you, and so on and so on. But this is a good place to start if you don't really know what your play style is, and you kind of just want to know some little bit of basics about the game and the mechanics and getting started with your modding and weapons. To simply categorize weapons, we're going to put them in 4 different categories. We're going to have crit based, status based, hybrids, and whatevers. When I say the word base, I'm talking about the statistic of the weapon before you put any mods on it. So whatever your status, whatever your crit, whatever your base stats are before you even put a single mod on it. So if your critical chance percentage is above 20%, that is a high, decent amount of crit. You're going to want to run critical chance mods, critical damage mods, multi-shot mods, and base percentage damage mods. So multi-shot is pretty much going to be a necessity on most of these builds. Multi-shot is every time you pull that trigger or a bullet comes out, there will be that same shot coming out of that weapon. Multi-shot is god tier, and you are going to want to run it on most of your builds. Same goes with status chance. If your status chance percentage is above 20 but your critical chance is low, then you want to emphasize on those positive features of the status chance by running status chance mods, multi-shot mods, element damage mods. Now elements can change depending on which ones you put on, and you can put multiples on weapons, and you can even mix and match, like hot and cold will turn it into blast damage, and so on and so on. And also base damage mods are also really nice to put on status weapons. Now, if you have a hybrid where status and critical chance are both above 20%, this means that you can run it either way, status or critical. It doesn't matter. You can even run both. Depending on how your playstyle is, I would recommend multi-shot mods, base damage mods, and then emphasizing on the critical and status. Because you already have a decent amount of crit and status on the weapon, multi-shot mods are definitely going to be your best bet. And then it's just basically up to you how you want to build the weapon, and you can kind of experiment with it either way. You can run it high status, see how it does. You can run it high crit. You know, it's really up to you. You can kind of experiment with hybrids a little easier, and they'll still put out a tremendous amount of damage. Now, the whatever based, or the MR fodder as some will refer to, usually the Mark 1 weapons, or a lot of the lower tier weapons, the ones that have very low damage, very low critical, and very low status chance, most of the time you're really just going to level this up to 30 to help get your mastery rank up, and then you're probably just going to get rid of it so that you can use that weapon slot to make room for a better weapon, something that has higher crit, higher status, just overall better. But these weapons are still important to get and level up so that you can get your mastery rank up. So the whatever based or MR fodder, they play a part. They play a key role in the game. So this is the end of the tutorial. I hope this was helpful. This was the basic tutorial. I may go into a more in-depth one later on, but I want to say thank you for watching, and consider subscribing. Hit that subscribe button, and thank you so much to the Patreon subs for supporting my content, supporting the channel. And if you want to become a patron and see your name on the end of every single one of our YouTube videos, check that link, patreon.com/RebelDustyPinky. I will see you on the next one.